Nah.
Well, what are we going to do now?
We're just on probation.
Okay, that's wonderful. Just another thing you two can have in common.
But Bonnie, I'm afraid she's avoiding you.
Naturally, her father said she couldn't speak to you.
But he didn't say I couldn't talk to her.
Why don't you just try forgetting her?
I could never do that. When you're 6'2" and 190 pounds, you can move on. Pretend like nothing ever happened. But when you're 5'6" and 135 pounds, you gotta stick in there and keep slugging it out.
But it doesn't have to be for Helen. Lots of other girls think you're wonderful.
Name one.
I do, for one.
So does Imogen, but with women, it's different.
Dobie, I'm a junior.
You'll get over that next year.
Dobie, you sure got me Echo in a mess. You go for the telephone, we got a check that's gonna bounce on Wednesday, and Mr. Dixon has yanked that center spread. This is practically the end of the Echo. All we've got left is that $1,000 bond that old Brad left us. Boy, I'm glad he died.
Petey, I'm ashamed for you. Don't you realize all we need is one more world-shattering idea?
One more of those and we are through.
Have you one, Dobie?
No, but I might any good at that.
Like helping Helen with her lab?
She passed, didn't she?
Listen, Dobie, you keep messing with Helen and I'll shake you until your eyeballs are dancing in their sockets.
Dancing! Petey, you got it!
What do you mean?
We'll throw a gigantic subscription dance.
How's that?
First, we'll need to hire a big name band, like the Beatles, or Jimmy Woodgate. Then, instead of charging $2, we'll charge $4. The extra $2 will go to a yearly subscription to the Echo. Get it? A package deal.
It's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, it might work, but where are we gonna get $1,000 money to pay for the band? That $1,000 bond?
That's genius!
But that's all we've got. That's our anchor.
Yeah, and we're drowning. It's time to throw the anchor.
Well, you're not gonna get a big name band for only $1,000.
Jimmy Woodgate's playing at the Armory tomorrow night, and he'll be back from St. Paul for a convention the day after homecoming.
That's perfect. You only have to come a day early.
I don't see.
It's a natural. No extra travel costs. I'll go down to the Army tomorrow and have it work.
You might sort of feel him out.
Yeah, I better take along that check for $1,000.
$1,000's not gonna talk very loud.
It will the way I just it. I'll walk in, sort of bashful and shy, with my curls sticking out like this. Then I'll look sort of winsome and dig my toe into the ground. I'll tell him how the fate of the Echo lies in his hands. Then I'll look up, with my eyes sparkling, and put a smile on my face, like this. How can we resist it?
He does look sort of appealing.
It's a big gamble. How do we know we can sell enough tickets?
Oh, the Queen contest. Queen Echo.
I don't get it.
Whichever girl sells the most tickets will be crowned queen. We'll have the girls and their boyfriends canvassing the school like eagles.
It sounds wonderful.
I don't like to cash in that bond.
Neither do I. But you're the kind of guy who recognizes opportunity when it knocks. Everybody will be pointing at him saying, there's the guy who saved the Echo. Might even be put in the annual.
I'll be in the annual anyway.
Sure, as a muscle man. Well, will you be remembered as one of Sam P.H. High's greatest, all-time greats in athletics, leadership, and the arts? They might even change the format, and instead of dedicating it to South Pole teacher, they'll dedicate it to Sam P.H. High's greatest, P.T. Bellows.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I can see it now. Homecoming night. A copy of the Echo in every hand. In that big double-page center spread, a montage of each highlight from each game. It'll be a great time if you haven't just led us to victory over West High.
It was East High.
Yeah, East High, whatever. They'll be cheering you as a house comes. It'll be your triumphant night. Bonnie, do you have a bond? Or do you have a deposit for today?
Yeah, we have a good one on that empty case of Cokes.
You better take that bond down at the same time. And before you go, take me out a check for $1,000.
All at once?
That's the way Jimmy will want it. I can see him now when I wave all that lettuce underneath his nose.
Listen, if anything goes wrong.
Goes wrong. Why, in a few weeks, we'll have 1,000 new subscribers.
Yeah, sure.
And boy, will it wow Helen when she gets back to school.
What do you mean back? She's in the English room right now.
She is? That's great for you. But we haven't any time to waste. You better get that date cleared with Miss Corbin before some other club draws on it.
Wait.
Now, she's in the cafeteria having coffee.
Okay. Say, have they ever dedicated the annual to an undergraduate?
They've never had one worthy of having it dedicated to.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Quick, before Helen gets out of English, get that press run of Wimble there. The one we couldn't use?
Yes, but
Second drawer on the right.
here it is.
That's perfect. Now along the bottom, write to Dobie, with the all-consuming passion of my love. All yours, Limbo.
Dobie!
Quick, that bell will ring any minute now,
But
and
you-
I want Mimo's signature to be dry.
But you don't even know her.
I met her last summer at Lake Tingamatong.
You never told me.
She was only there for a week. She was visiting her parents.
Was it love at first sight?
No, she was walking out.
Then you really didn't even see her at all.
No, I did. But there were 2 or 3 6-footers draped all around me.
Oh, was it a bad bite?
No, it would have torn my pants if I hadn't been wearing shorts.
How's that?
That's perfect. That's a natural sort of thing. Sophisticated, yet open and honest.
Dobie, do you think everything will work out?
Once you start a campaign, you have to believe in it. You have to believe that some way, somehow, you're going to win. And now with that press photo and the plans for the homecoming yet, I'll have Helen in my corner for keeps.
Helen, I was talking about the Echo.
Yeah, that'll work out too. When Helen comes out of English, I need you to stall her until the crowd leaves.
What shall I say?
Ask her if she can extend her homecoming gossip call. We need to fill out that center spread her father yanked on us.
And the way she's been hanging around, honestly. You'd think she'd have a little bit of pride. Excuse me? Every year our books just get heavier. So the big grass thought you were fighting? You really did? I don't know what, Brown. Did I? Just last night I read that part aloud to Cindy. I hope he still thinks I was reciting when he marched down the grades, though.
Say, Helen, how's about college?
Helen says she thinks she can about double her call.
That's great. What do you think about the plans for the Echo dates?
Please tell Dobie I am never to speak to him again, ever. And I think it's a very good idea.
All right, ask her what she thinks of the plans for the homecoming dance.
If they're his ideas, I don't.
If they're your ideas, she doesn't.
Tell her Penny and I developed it together.
He don't develop it together.
I like half of it.
She says she likes half of it.
Good. Tell her tomorrow night I'm going to the Jimmy Wingate Jamboree.
Dobie's going to the Jimmy Wingate Jamboree tomorrow night.
What of it?
She says, what of it?
I'll be hiring Jimmy, and if she came along, she'd get to meet him.
Dobie!
She said, Dobie!
Tell her I want to take the most gorgeous girl in the world to the most gorgeous dance.
Dobie said he wants to take the most gorgeous girl in the world to the most.
I can't figure out what's gone into that kid lately. Helen, do you realize we'll get to meet Jimmy Wingate in person?
Dobie!
All right, you shouldn't talk. Shouldn't disobey your father right off the bat. It's best to do things like that gradually. Now here's my proposition. Tomorrow night, you and I have a party. A real party. Dinner at Charlie's, the Jamboree, and the Sky Room afterwards. And for the homecoming dance, I'll sell enough tickets to get you crowned queen. For that, I escort you to the Echo Ball and crown you Queen Echo.
That sounds.
You shouldn't talk. Now, I know you may not think I'm such a catch alongside that of Petey, but there are those who do. Here's one.
Dobie, you don't mean.
Always obey your father. Last summer, I met Mimo at Lake Tingamatong. It was quite a passionate meeting, while it lasted. But all that is behind me now. For months, you've been the only girl in my life. I don't mind that you can't talk. Not really. Just to be thrilled to your presence. For me, it will be enough to watch as thousands proclaim you as Queen Echo the First. That's all I ask. 2 wonderful nights with the most wonderful girl in the world.
Dobie, I
Just say yes.
I'll do more than that.
Bonnie, I put it over.
Say, that's wonderful, Dobie.
What happened to you?
What do you mean?
The way you ran off of me like that.
Oh, that. My hay fever. It comes on like that.
It's me. Ma has it too. Bonnie, this is the greatest moment of my life. Think of it. Tomorrow night, I take Helen to the Jimmy Wingate Jamboree. And 2 weeks from Friday, I escort her to the Echo Ball. Can you see Petey? He'll be writhing.
I'm surprised Helen's even speaking to you.
A certain robust enthusiasm is lacking, but we can pour oil on the waters.
You better pour 'em on the embers.
Having established that it is possible for Dobie Gillis to overshadow the mighty Petey in the affections of Helen, I have no fear for the future. I fear no one. I challenge the world.
Have you challenged your father about that $20?
No, not yet.
Later, no doubt.
Certainly,
Then, are you gonna call your father?
certainly. Dobie Gillis retractable die. With this wire allows me to use this dime and reuse it as much as I'd like. With this dime, I can call New Zealand.
That isn't honest, Dobie.
This is a public utility.
What's that got to do with it?
You can't cheat a monopoly. Besides, next phone bill, I'll add a little extra to make up for it.
Where'd you find that time?
A dime like this isn't found. It's made.
Are you gonna call your father?
Hey, Dad, this is Dobie. But, Dad... He's a little reluctant.
Was he angry?
Let's say disturbed. Mr. Dixon closed his charge account today.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dobie. But I guess you'll get along. I guess you'll always get along. Now, I'm gonna go make up that deposit slip.
This 4 o'clock says the date's clear.
Good, we're in.
But we've got to continue Wingate or nobody will come, not even the staff.
Petey, don't worry about the details. You worry about the basics. Now, Bonnie's in the office getting out that bond. She wants you to write out that check. Gotta get on the ball. Only 16 more days.
You're never gonna, maybe you won't even need that $1,000 bond.
For the campaign I have in mind, $1,000 is just chicken feed.
Say, wow, where'd you get this?
From Limbo.
Great Paul's a fire. Say, is this on level?
You can read, can't you?
But nah, I bet you wrote that yourself. I'm gonna go get that check. Little shrimp.
I may be a blunt and a shrimp, but just physically. Hello, this is Dobie Gillis, business manager of the Salmon Peak Chase High School Echo. I need you to make a corsage look, something way out. Start with a dozen orchids, then build it from there. This must be a corsage fit for Helen of Troy. No, you needn't send it to Miss Troy. I'll pick it up myself. Cash? Naturally.
What's the hurry?
My bulletin board. I'm stopping you up for an added point commission. Well, I've got to keep moving.
Where are you hurrying off to today?
Planning. Lots of planning to do. After all, Helen will go crazy over this party.
Helen. Dobie, listen. If you don't leave Helen alone, I'll drive you to the ground like a wicket.
Me? Helen? Petey, she can't even speak to me.
Yeah, and you better not be speaking to her.
Petey, you've got me all wrong. You know what a discriminating girl Helen is. If she goes crazy over this party, it's the greatest. All I'm saying is this party will be right up her alley.
Well, I guess that's different. Here. And you better come back with Wingate, or I'll drive your head down into your ribcage.
This is the promotion of my life. I can't miss.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, I'm gonna go talk to Helen, see if I can't get it to ask her to dance.
I wouldn't do that. Helen's the kind of girl that likes to be surprised.
Well, suppose somebody else asks her.
Everybody knows when Helen are practically going to stay.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Hey, Petey, you got something right. But
What is it?
a shoe.
Bonnie, Imogene is here.
Oh, how nice. How are you, Imogene?
Oh, fine. I just skipped all the way through the plant, and there isn't a single line. I almost stepped on a baby, though. Dad wants to get the checks all right now.
Tell him not to worry about it for a minute.
Oh, he isn't. He's been worrying about it for several hours.
Suppose I go back with you and pick that check up and give your father another one.
You mean a post-dated check?
I thought I might discuss it.
Well, we can discuss money with Pop. It's a model.
I know. I always enjoy your father. A very articulate man.
I thought I told you to leave Helen alone.
I thought you were joking.
So, you know darn well I wasn't joking. I was supposed to wait and ask her later, was I?
Yeah, that way I figured you'd buy your tickets first.
Well, Helen's going to the dance with me.
That's what you think.
I'll pulverize
You
you.
gotta catch